these are all the countries that currently have nuclear weapons. And these are all the countries that signed the Non-Proliferation Treaty, basically saying they weren't going to be trying to sell anything or make anything. Now, this one is ones that ever had any nuclear weapons. As you can see, South Africa used to have nuclear weapons. They had 6 of them. However, believe it or not, Argentina, Switzerland, and Libya were all in the process of making nuclear weapons at the time that they signed the treaty. This is because if you just get one nuke, or even a handful of them, no one's ever going to be able to invade you. And this thought process was actually really prevalent at the beginning of the Cold War. For instance, Belgium, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and Turkey are all holding American nuclear weapons, 20 apiece. Now, they aren't the ones operating them. The United States, on the military bases, they have control over these things. However, they are currently in those countries because they wanted to make sure that nobody was going to be coming into Germany. Now, a country like Switzerland, where it's been neutral this whole time, wanted to ensure that nobody would ever try and invade them. However, the problem is that the more nuclear weapons that are out there, the more likely chance that one will get used. One will get stolen. Something bad would happen with one. So the less weapons, the better, essentially. And the high point back in the Cold War, where there was tens of thousands of them in the United States and in Russia, they have since decreased the amount of nuclear weapons. And I think that in the future, they'll probably be working on decreasing them even more, as well as in talks with China to try and decrease the amount the Chinese have. Because with 600, you can destroy the entire planet. With 200, you really can. So you really don't need the thousands are currently being held in Russia and the United States.